Hey guys, so I had a couple people ask me how the inside of a cab and how the controls of a processor work, so I figured I'd just do a quick video to show everybody how processor controls work. This is a Timberpro TN725C with a timber heads fixed head processing head on it. Right here we got our display, shows everything: engine RPM, fuel, engine temperature, battery voltage, and oil pressure and hydraulic temperature. Up here we got all our head controls, or all our head information: the length, the diameter of the tree. Down here, these buttons, if you touch them, it'll bring up all your engine information and diagnostics of the engine. You can reset your maintenance if you need to change oil, reset your maintenance hours. Here we got diagnostics again. You can measure the outputs of all the in the valve, what all the outputs are. So if you got problems, you can go in there and figure out what's going on. Here we got all our controls and what they do. Kind of blurry. Cool thing about a Timberpro is you can change where you want all these buttons to be at on your joysticks. All you gotta do is go into button change. You type in a password that they give you, and you can change all the buttons around. You can also change your the way that you move the booms around. Right here, you just touch one of these. I run an SAE. Some guys in the woods run it like this. But you can either have more. This is like John Deere style, and this is like Caterpillar style, I guess, excavator style. Here it'll give you all the information, all the like what all the fuses do for the cab. You can make all your adjustments to like your reversing fan, your track brakes, what RPM you want your auto throttle to be at, and you can adjust all your boom speeds and all your head speeds and everything right in here. And here's just just your main menu. I run it similar to a John Deere or a Caterpillar excavator. So for me, the main boom is with my right hand. If I go down, the main boom goes down. If I pull back, the main boom. And vice versa, the stick boom was with my left hand. If I go out, it goes out. If I pull in, it goes in. Left hand, left, right is your swing. Right hand, right, and left is your head tilt. Head goes down, head comes back up. On the left hand, this little slider deal here, that's for the rotate of the head. It'll go all the way around 360 degrees and keep on going how many ever times you want to go around. The button to the far right is all open. Everything opens. Your knives and your rollers open at the same time. These two buttons right here, this one on the bottom and this one on the top here, those just open your roller arms, open and close your roller arms. And this one next to that right here, this just opens the bottom knife. That just opens the bottom knife. Sometimes you have to open the bottom knife if you're going to get by a limb or something like that. There's also a trigger on the bottom here. That's for your knives open and close. That opens all the knives and closes all the knives. You can see. On the right hand, vice versa, the left hand, this one closes all your functions. So the left hand opens everything and the right hand closes everything. There's also a trigger on the bottom, same as the left hand. And that runs your rollers back and forth, forwards and backwards. That's how you feed the tree through that. This button right here is your saw. The one right next to it, this is called Auto Seek. Whatever measurement you have set to right now, I got it set at 100 inches. If you touch this button, it'll automatically try to feed the tree through to 100 inches. You don't use that all the time because sometimes you get limbs in there and you gotta work it back and forth. That's only if you're in nice straight wood where you can just easily just touch it and it'll feed 100 inches through, and then you can cut it. This one right here, this head has 2-speed rollers on it. You can shift the rollers between high speed and high torque. Sometimes if you get nice straight wood, you can run in high speed, cut really fast, but sometimes you need power, take off big limbs and everything, so you can kick it down to where you have more power. This button down here is called Measure Override. When you're feeding the tree through, it'll automatically stop at 100 inches. But sometimes you want to go farther. You want to go all the way down the tree and try to delimit in one shot. So you just hold this button as you're working the rollers, and it won't stop. It'll keep on feeding. That's it for the buttons on the joysticks and everything. On this side, you got your hydraulics, arm and disarm, park and brake, horn, auto idle. You touch it, it'll go down to idle. This one doesn't do anything on this machine, and this is your hydraulic. It won't come on. Hydraulic charge heater. It'll charge in the morning when you start the machine. You just touch this button and it'll run the hydraulic oil through a small orifice and heat it up until it gets to 70 degrees, and then it'll kick out. Right here you got your throttle. Just go down, it goes down. Go back up, goes back up. On this side, this top button switches through your lengths. You can preset it. It's kind of blurry, but whatever you can go from like 8 foot to 10 foot to 12 foot to whatever you got it set at in there. What you want it to do. The rest of these don't do anything. This would be if you had a hot saw on here, and this is your track drive, high and low. And this little slider button here is for your track speed. You can adjust it not only high and low. You can adjust it in high and low to go faster or slower, whatever you want. There's a little tab on there that lets you adjust it. And then this switches turtle to rabbit. Back here you got your greaser control for the bar. There's no oil or anything anymore. Nowadays everybody uses grease. It's biodegradable grease, so it can land on the ground and won't hurt nothing. That's just your timer for how much it goes off, and it tells you when it's running low. And this box is all the stuff for the head, the computer for the head. Up here is your engine heater control. You set it for like 5:30 in the morning or 5 in the morning, whatever time you start, and it'll turn on and heat the engine and the hydraulics up before you get there. So when you get to the machine, it's ready to go. You just start it. Timberpro has a hydraulic vacuum pump, so if you blow a hose or something, you can turn it on vacuum pump, and it'll put a vacuum on the whole hydraulic system, and then so you don't lose a bunch of oil, and then you have to vent it every time that you do that. You got your light switch. This one's got LED lights on it. Emergency stop if you need that. Start key, and then most important is your radio. Down here you got your heating and cooling, just heat off. This one's got a heated seat in it, and then we just got our company radio here. This one's also got a backup camera in it. And then on the floor, similar to an excavator, pedals. This one does left track, this one does right track, left track forward, left track backwards. It's the same as an excavator. That's about it besides the fire suppression. Timberpro comes standard with fire suppression, so if you start on fire or something bad happens, the fire suppression will go off and keep your machine from starting on fire. This one also has a backup camera in it. That's about it. Thanks for watching.